So we're gonna jump back into it. Got some quotes from basketball legends, basketball currents. You know, a lot of words being thrown around in the early parts of the season. I take most of it as like sound bites, things of that nature. Some people need reviews, some people need ratings, others need,
people need entertainment.
And then at the same time, people, watching the game, the sport. I mean, there's an art to the regular season as well. It's not all about the championship, it's about the story and things of that nature. So, a lot of quotes being thrown out there. One of the biggest people throwing a lot of quotes out there is Shaquille O'Neal. Some of Diesel quotes include, Donovan Mitchell. He loves Donovan Mitchell as a player, but he doesn't feel like Donovan Mitchell has what it takes to get to the next level. He also criticized a lot of. Well, I've been a part of these criticisms as well. I've been jumping on the bandwagon with the criticism of Rudy Gobert's contract and the way that he earns his money. And some of the NBA players have, spoken out, not just to Shaq, but in general about some of the legends having some words for the game and how it's going now. And I think Joe Ingles said that they must have really bad ratings if he's always talking about, my teammates, things of that nature. LeBron and KD were quoted under a meme asking if it's constructive criticism or if it's hate. LeBron said that it's a mixture of both, but you can tell based on the way that they deliver it that it's more of the soft hate than it is constructive criticism. Kevin Durant chimed in. The boys got trainers, they got coaches that they work with, they game with every day. Like, go ahead and go find a hobby. Like, they got this. What do you guys thoughts on this? On these type of comments and being floated around the NBA?
I'm gonna let Rob take this one first.
My quote, my thoughts on the quotes. Listen, man, this at the end of the day, right? I look at it as this is somebody who's done it before. You can take it how you want, but at the end of the day, if you look at Shaq's career, this is how he's motivated his players, and his teammates per se. Like I remember him talking about Kobe, that saying the same thing, like, you ain't about to go get this, and then he'll go out and go do it. You know what I mean? So I think it was more of a challenge, as opposed to a hate and constructive. As far as constructive criticism, Shaq said it to his face. He said it, and in the interview he said, "I wanted you to hear this," and that let me know that this is Shaq's way of motivating from afar. And it's not just that, it's Shaq. It's multiple legends. Like, they voiced this kind of challenge, these kind of, back in my day kind of thing. And it's like, well, let me show you how it's done. And in terms of LeBron and KD, like, I completely understand where they're coming from. But I'm just not a huge, KD take everything for what he says as serious, because this is the same guy who had multiple burner accounts. And like, him saying old heads need to enjoy retirement, well, it's his job to analyze the game on TNT, and it does draw ratings to the players, so that way they can get more money and have bigger TV contracts, because people are interested inside the NBA and Shaq's whatever the hell he has to say. So I think it's more of a challenge that Shaq is doing for Donovan Mitchell's case, but Gobert, that's hate. I ain't gonna lie, that's hate. That man doing what he got to do to pay for whatever and feed families and really puts people on. So that one, Gobert, I can't give him a pass. That one, Donovan Mitchell, I see that more as a challenge.
Yeah, I think it's funny, the people, not funny, but interesting, the people that have spoken out, especially KD and LeBron. There was a time where veteran players always had something to say. I think they tried to be as candid about their word choices as possible, knowing that they're talking to a fraternity that they just, left out of. But at the same time, I also think that Shaq has entered his inner Kobe mentality and being that guy as, this is what you need to do, this is how I feel. And Kobe had a way of always being like that. Shaq wasn't always that. Shaq was a bully. Shaq was a friend. Shaq was a jokester. Shaq was a ball player. Like, he had so many different hats that it's weird. You don't know what hat it's coming from with Shaq, you know? What type, and it can't. And he was also, you know, not even a jokester, a bully. Like I said earlier, where I said what I said. You know what I mean? Shaq, we're on live TV. I don't give a like, straight up. Like, so, and on the other end, when you look at LeBron and KD speaking out, these, in the way that Donovan Mitchell replied, that's how Donovan Mitchell replied. Say that. That's basically what he's saying. Say what you feel, that's cool. I'm a ball how I ball. Whereas LeBron and KD have been favorites and also villains. So a lot of the times that it was coming to them, it wasn't soft hate, bro. It was straight up hate. Some people, you really pissed off with the move that you made. And granted, like I said on the last show, people are going to make moves that best accommodate them and their families and their happiness. But you created a cesspool of haters. I mean, remember the whole burning of jerseys. LeBron did the whole TV thing, and he became the villain. In Miami, he was the villain. With KD's situation, taking Twitter to account, this is the same guy that tweeted back when LeBron and other people were doing this, joining superstars together. Man, what happened to people going at those guys? Why are we joining? And then 2-3 years later, he did what he did with Golden State. So he created this cesspool of hate. It's not soft hate. Some people are actually getting hated on because someone like Shaq may look at this as, yo, bro, I want to join teams, but damn, everybody you play with gotta be the. Like, that may be some real hatred toward the situation. Not maybe toward KD himself, but toward the situation that KD has put himself in. Same with LeBron. Winning cures all. So KD won some championships out there. KD will be another person on that list that can't say nothing to either, G14 clearance or not. But in the meantime, based on the storyline, I can see why LeBron and KD feel the way that they feel. I can also see that Shaq is big brother in it. And some superstars, like someone like Donovan Mitchell, who's loved in his city, who's never been the villain, who just dropped 55. I don't remember the exact number, but plus 50 in the playoffs last year and put his team on his back, you know. So he's going to take that the way Giannis took Kobe saying win MVP. Someone like LeBron, who's been hated, may see like, y'all been on my team and y'all been against me. I don't really know how to take it.
I mean, that's definitely a good point, you know, from different perspectives, especially KD and LeBron, them making those moves, and also that just comes with a part of being a superstar. So I think that Shaq really was saying this comments, like Rob said, challenging D-Mitch. Shaq even said in the interview that he loves his game. He's like, I love your game, man. He's like, I wanted you to hear this. Meaning that it's a challenge, right? And then after he responded, after D-Mitch said, okay, Shaq said, that's what I wanted to hear. Keep doing your thing. And, you know, that I took that as this is me challenging you. I want to see you succeed, not at more towards hate, but I want to see you raise your game to the level where I know that you can play at. So, with that being said, man, there's definitely been some hate comments. I know, like, from legends previously, the most recent one that I heard was dribble, by Charles Barkley when he's talking about the Brooklyn Nets. So like those are definitely like hate comments and like the way the game has evolved. But in this case, right now, with Shaq talking to D-Mitch, I don't think that's hate. I think that's a challenge in him trying to big brother him.
All right, y'all. We're gonna halt the quotes. Move on to our next segment.